Hello and welcome to the channel. Let's get into the story.
Ma'am, when you omit important points in a serious complaint like this, I'm not calling you a liar yet. I'm saying when you do not put the entire picture, when you omit important statements, you deceive. Whether you intend or not, but you deceive.
Oh, ewe.
Hello and welcome to the channel. It is disappointing that such a high official, Judge Selby Mbenenge, has found himself in such a compromising position where he is dragged into a tribunal that will then decide his fate, whether first of all he did actually harass this secretary within his courts, or him actually being impeached. So either way, he is in trouble. Most people are saying the fact that this actually happened is disappointing, that a judge could abuse his power in this manner. But others are saying, yes, these are two adults and they consented at some point to having an interchange. But the question is, was it allowed at their work setting? Does the code of conduct for judges allow Judge Mbenenge to even have any relationship outside of work with his subordinates? That is where the problem is. So Andiswa Menengo is the one who is accusing the judge of having inappropriate attitude and advances towards her, and that she felt harassed sexually. That is, hence there is this tribunal. But others are now saying that she painted herself as a victim and not a willing participant. But through the cross-examination by advocate Kakane, who's representing the judge, it was found out that she omitted some of the messages, which then makes her look like she is hiding things intentionally so, and it makes her story to look as though it is imbalanced. But it does not omit the fact that the judge was inappropriate with a subordinate under his authority, right? So what we will look at then is, what are the protections for anybody who finds themselves in this situation where your boss is making advances on you. Let's also talk about what can a boss do to protect themselves, because it does happen the other way, where an employee sees you as the boss, as the big ticket, and they will then use any means to extract monies from you. So it's a really tricky situation, but in his case it's not looking good. Already the messages that are coming out of there are embarrassing, considering that they were initially meant to be private. So now that we are all hearing them, I doubt that his dignity will ever be intact after this.
How to stand up against sexual harassment in the South African workplace. What is sexual harassment? Unwelcome and uninvited comments, touching, invitations, etc. The way to stand up against it is to report it. If you keep quiet about it, it's only going to get worse. Make sure you have a record of the incidents and you stand up against it.
Most of the people who are listening to the tribunal and how graphic it is, they were asking, what is his family saying? What is his wife saying? And turns out, I guess at the end of the day, he just wants to protect his name, that should he be impeached, that the right accusations are leveled against him, because those will be listed and he will go into the book of law and he'll be studied in universities as a reference point of when people can be impeached. So already he is on the wrong side of history as we stand, and yay, it's not looking good. Let's talk about it now. Let's talk about it, guys. What are your thoughts on this whole tribunal? What is a shocker for me is that the complainant insisted that this tribunal be televised. Why would you want people to see what you are saying about this judge and how, like, why didn't she opt for this to be private? But it was an application that was brought forward that she is happy to have this publicized on that part of Mam Mampele complaining about the line of questioning and all of that. I feel like it is part of the process. How then will they find out what's happened, because nobody was there? All right, let's talk about it down below, guys.
This will undoubtedly be one of the most interesting and complex cases we've ever had to follow. We now know both the versions of the complainant and the respondent, but the version of the respondent has not been tested. We only know snippets of it given by the lead counsel, Advocate Moses Kakane. The version of the applicant or the complainant, Ms. Andiswa Menengo, has been thoroughly tested under cross-examination, and we know what the strong points and what the fault lines are in that version. But irrespective of the complexities and the fault lines that exist in both versions, I think this case will go a long way in teaching men in particular the essence of GBV. Gender-based violence or sexual harassment in particular, and sexual harassment more importantly in workplace situation.
Let me know what your sentiments are down below. Please give this video a thumbs up and I will see you on the next video.